On this edition of Inside Story, we take a look at an internet phenomenon that makes financing easier for startup businesses and why China's growth may be hampered by a birth problem. Hello and welcome to Inside Story. I'm Hailing Chan. Starting a business in an uncertain economy is especially challenging as banks are less likely to give out loans. Instead of relying on traditional funding channels, some are turning to online platforms. Here's a look at how internet financing is both helping and hurting businesses.
Elton Leung likes to play video games on his handheld console, but he says gripping the stylus for long periods causes muscle pain because it's too small. So he decided to make a new one.
I was thinking, can it be larger? Can it be more comfortable to use?
After a year of trial and error,
so I designed this stylus called the X stylus, and which can transform into a larger grip, and it can extend at the same time. And it can flip back into our original form, and then it can store into the body of the console, so you don't lose it.
Finally, it was ready.
I have tried to contact Nintendo America, and their reply is, in order for them to talk to me, I will have to be a company registered in the U.S., which I am not. The government can or should have help us inventors to match up with business. That's one thing that government can do to help the inventors to sell the invention and put it into mainstream. But I don't think the government have done this. Either I'm going to be very good, or I'm just going to be a small potato. I want to do something for myself. And I believe we only live life once, so it's going to be all or nothing.
Feeling lost, Elton followed a friend's advice and advertised his invention online. That turned to the fate of his stylus around.
The Indiegogo website allowed me to be myself as a Hong Kong registered company or individual, and I can talk to everybody else to the world.
Indiegogo is one of many online marketplaces that are becoming increasingly popular with independent developers, most of whom are fed up with the exclusiveness of traditional funding channels and the muddy standards that drive financing decisions. Instead, this is where you campaign directly to ordinary folks. It's called crowdfunding.
If they believe in your concept, they chip in. That's how it works. And then after the goal has reached or the event is end, you start the production. And after the production is end, you ship them the end product. And one interesting thing about crowdfunding is you can chip in different amount, depends on your ability. Some people actually chip in maybe $500, but all they want is just one pen. Is how much they believe in your concept.
More than 290 people helped fund Leung's project, from as little as $10 to $500. Only 1% of them are from Hong Kong. Leung hails crowdfunding as a vehicle for inventors who don't get enough support from their own community.
I mean, the populations of people go online must be larger than individuals going into your store, right? So the chances of finding somebody with the same mindset must be higher than putting this into a store and helping people walking into your store physically. The website actually gives me a platform for me to update my funders, what is going on, so that they feel more involved to the project.
But one disadvantage of exposing an invention at such an early stage is the risk of it being copied. That's something Leung hadn't thought about.
because we have a lot of factories in China who has the ability of production, but they lack of new ideas. But since I have China patent for these things, I take my chance. But then I foresee that this will be copied. But still, I'm hoping that I will be able to release this before the top one hit the market.
Liang isn't making much from his invention, but says it has helped build up his name.
Well, I think that's just one thing that an inventor treasure the most is the people around the world who think your creation is good. Yeah, it's worth more than money.
But can a passion turn into a profitable business?
Well, like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, they're inventors too. These people are actually invented the personal computers like 30 years ago, and then now they are businessmen.
I would say it's a kind of combination of social network service and marketplace. So that if you think that how is Facebook, and if you think some trading services where you can go to sell and buy stocks, that I would say that we are a kind of combination of those two things.
Grow VC is a locally based company that specializes in helping startups raise money through crowdfunding. People can invest up to $1 million.
If a company gets a lot of people to be micro investors in a company, it probably means that these people are also more loyal customers. Maybe they talk to their friends also that I am owner in this kind of company, that you should also try this company, and so on.
Funders can invest as little as $20. The return on that investment depends on how much they contribute, and there's no guarantee the idea will be successful.
I would say that the internet services is definitely, and software companies, number one category, what kind of startups we have. At the same time, there are probably categories that companies cannot really utilize so much crowdfunding. I would name, for example, biotech, one of those, because typically in biotech you need a really lot of money. You need easily $10 million or even more to develop something, and they are typically also those companies are developing something that is very difficult to explain for ordinary people.
Established companies are using crowdfunding to give their customers an opportunity to take part in their business.
But what is now different that in internet you can really create this kind of global communities that feel that your company is doing something important, and they want to support your company and they want to participate.
We'll look at one successful example after the break.